here at LeWeb, and it's another day full with lots of nice speeches and lots of nice people around which are realizing great ideas. And next to me right now is sitting Kristoffer, who is a Finnish startup, or who founded a Finnish startup. And yeah, tell me, what are you doing, or at least what can you say about your startup, because you didn't launch it. So.
Yes, I'm Kristoffer from like I said, you said, a Finnish startup called Scred, and we have launched our version 1, but as you mentioned, we can't talk about version 2 yet, but it's coming out quite soon. But basically, what we're doing is kind of like banking for the 2.0 generation. So we're the money component where communities and groups of people are involved. So there's loads of sites out there to manage events and manage your friendships and stuff like that, but almost nothing to manage your actual money when you're doing stuff.
But does that also mean that you're going to revolutionize all the banking money transfer system in general, or are you taking part of it?
I'd love to say that yes, we're revolutionizing the banking system. You know, how true that is, I don't know, but it's definitely something new in that kind of space. But building it with, you know, banking, traditional banking as well, of course.
Why did you hit on that idea? What is your reason why you are dealing with that?
Personal pain. I've been organizing an event called the Alternative Party for 10 years now. And it's a big digital art festival in Helsinki, and I've also been involved with various clubs and associations, and the money has always been a real headache, and so we wanted something to solve that. And even starting from if you're traveling with some friends or organizing a ski trip or a car trip or anything, always the money is a real headache to organize, and who's paying, who's expecting money, and you know where the money has gone, and we're solving that.
So will it be something simple like a doodle for setting up events?
We're not really. I mean, we don't do the event management, so we just want to connect with other sites that do the actual event management. We might have rudimentary tools for that, but that's not really our business. We're focusing on the money component.
Yeah, no, that's right, I understood it. But how will the application look like? Is it a complex application, or is it a very simple tool, or how do you plan to style the usability for the user?
No, it's meant to be a simple tool. I mean, you can do all of this with an Excel spreadsheet and emailing it to people or using complex accounting software, but no, that's not our business. We want to make it easy and sort of fun to use as well.
You just mentioned you could make it in an Excel spreadsheet or whatever. So what would be the reason for the people using your service if they just could put it on a normal piece of paper?
Well, it's just much easier. Well, a piece of paper is, I mean, you can't organize events like this on a piece of paper or...
Events, yeah, big events I understand, but you said in friend groups when they are making a trip to a ski resort or something.
Well, pieces of paper are just they still are not very good at calculating anything, and they don't do currency conversion, and they don't work in a distributed fashion. So then either it's only one person has a piece of paper, or lots of people have pieces of paper, and then you still have to go through all of them and then to work out everything. So it just makes life a lot easier.
Okay, so you also already mentioned a little bit about your personal background. Tell me more about your professional background. Why are you a good entrepreneur?
I don't know if this helps being an entrepreneur, but I actually started with computers when I was 7. I made my first program when I was 7. And so I have a long background in technology, and I just love technology. It just makes things possible. We've been entrepreneurs for over 10 years now. We had our own consultancy company. We had another startup doing basically Google Maps for mobile devices before Google Maps even existed. So we do have quite a background in that kind of thing.
Okay. And yeah, what are your plans for the future? Where do you want to get with your startup?
Extremely big. We have no plans to keep small.
Okay. Okay. And your vision now, you're starting now in a moment of recession. Do you feel that? Are you afraid that you will fail because of that?
If we feel, to be honest, I think it would be a stupid excuse to say that we failed because of a recession. And there's still money out there that you can still get investments. And more importantly, as we are actually dealing with people's money, then that is something that's becoming more and more important right now. So in a way, the timing has actually worked out in our favor.
Okay. And when will we start the launch? When will the launch be?
I'll say like the beta launch will be before Christmas.
So if there's a group still having to find some Christmas present for the whole group of them, they could already use your service for dealing and calculating how much each gets.
Yeah, and actually you can probably use it for that already. So, I mean, you can use the basic version of Scred that is out there already, and there are already thousands of users using it. But version 2, the really more exciting stuff is hopefully before Christmas.
And are you already internationalized, or are you just starting in Finland for a moment? Or?
We have no interest in focusing on the Finnish market. Okay, having said that, I mean, because we've been just growing basically by telling friends and so forth, that a fair portion, like over 50% of our users are from Finland, but we don't expect that to remain like that. So we're going global as quickly as possible.
So you think the Finnish market itself is far too small?
Far too small.
But what do you think about the European market? Is that also still too small and too complicated because of all the different languages, or and so you heat directly for the US market, or what are your ideas about that?
It's yes and no. I mean, the European market is going to be important for us. Like you said, the language is an issue, and we're not at the moment actively working on like making a multilingual version of the website, although that is probably going to come at some point. On the other hand, the EU is nice because if you want to get like sort of regulated for like sort of money transfer and sort of bank operations, then being regulated in one country covers the whole of Europe, and that makes it much easier, because in the US you have to comply to laws in every single state, and that's much more problematic.
Okay, I got it. So you're also having deals with a bank, with the banks, or how does it work?
Yeah, we are looking at sort of partnering with some banks.
Okay. So if you have one wish out there for the, should it be for the startup scene, atmosphere, or for some possible partnerships, what would it be? It's soon Christmas, so you have a wish for free.
Yeah. No, let's think. Like ideal so you're asking like ideal partnerships, maybe. I guess if there are like people setting up sort of like websites for maybe oriented towards events or bands or even just social networks, and then talk to us and we might be able to arrange something interesting.
And you are still looking for financing, or are you completely?
Yeah, we have just pretty much like started to. We've been looking for financing now for a month, and things are looking pretty good at the moment. But you know, you never know until things close.
And last question: how do you plan to make money with that?
That will be revealed as well. We do have. We do have very like actual plans, unlike some startups. And if you think about it, we're dealing with money, so it's not too difficult to imagine where it might be coming from.
Okay. So use your imagination, and thank you for that little insights.
Thank you very much.